Yeah, some of you guys belong to a boxing gym, kickboxing or MMA gym, but I guess during the lockdown you had no training partners, so you started to teach your kids or your family, so you can have a training partners. So hopefully some of these tips will help you, not just the technical side, but also reduce injury and the safety aspect of training. We'll start with boxing today. And if you see Lolo's left leg is about 45 degrees from his rear foot. And if you see the upper body, the room that he's allowing in the middle, just roughly about the size of his head. And also about 45 degrees from his right hand. Of course, there are many ways to hold pads, and all you have to do is look up the YouTube. You will see hundreds of them in there. I'm just showing you what I think is the safest way for you and your family and your training partners. But you know, you can do stuff like this. Lolo, if you look at me, with your chin down, do you see the shadow of your eyebrows? So if you see the shadow of his eyebrows, that means his chin is correct and will tuck, okay? Okay, open up your chin. Do you see the shadow of your nose?
Yeah.
That's when you know your chin's too high, okay? So hunch down a little bit, hunch your back, your stomach in a little bit, your knees slightly bent. I know there's a lot of people that like to get their heel off the ground. I want you to keep your center of gravity, so that way you can shift your weight forward and back just as quick. To me, the most important thing about pad holding is not just the technical drills and some of the fancy stuff that you do. To me, the most important key elements is having the ability to read and match the speed of your training partner. This will avoid a lot of injury, of course, because if you time it wrong, either you or your partner will have have injuries, because some of those speed follow with a lot of power behind it, especially if you work with a lot of big guys or heavyweights. Yeah, those of you guys belong to a gym will know exactly what I'm talking about. With guys who have the abilities to read the speed of your punches, they're a lot more enjoyable to work with, rather than the guys who misread your speed and your timing, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Timing. Firstly, I want you to draw an imaginary line from your chin right to your training partner's chin. That imaginary line, I want you to meet the punch in that line, okay? And stay there. Okay? Back. Okay? This is why it's very crucial that you match the speed of your training partner. Especially if you train a total beginner, because lots of times they mistime their punches, or sometimes their left hand is faster than their right. A lot of them, they release the power either too late or too early, which means you can overshoot the pads forward and hit them before they clinch the knuckle or brace the elbow, otherwise, which can of course lead to injury, or leave it too late and they hyperextend. So it's very, very important that what I do is I take a little bit of practice. I call it 40, 60, 80. I never go past 80% power. 40% to be a little bit slower, 60% faster, and then 80%. So that way you can actually read the punch and meet the punch in the right place to help the timing of your student improve at a much faster rate and avoid injury at the same time. 40% speed, 1. That's 40%, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, right hand, 40%. And 60%. 2, 2, 2. Lean into it a bit. 2, 1. Okay, 80% faster. 1, 1, 1. Yeah, right hand, 80%. 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, some of the experienced pet holders, coaches, they probably don't really need this, but if you want to look after yourself in the long term, it's very important that you pay attention and try and match the speed of your fighters' punches. I've never had my hand holding it for professional fighters. Most people hurt themselves when they hold it for new guys because they either push it towards the end, release it too late or too early, or have a different speed from the right and left. So it makes you miss time holding the pad. Anyway, that's all for us today. Next week we'll work on distancing, range, and a few more different punches. Catch you next time.